Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy, and today we're going to be talking about some recent changes on cruise ships. So let's talk about some changes that have happened recently on some of the cruise ships. Number one, Princess Cruise drink package. Now, one of the changes is you can no longer get canned sodas with their drink package like you used to be able to get. So now if you want a soda, you need to go up to like the bar and request a fountain soda drink there. You can also still bring your 12 pack of soda on board like you could always do in the past, but you're not going to be able to get canned sodas with your drink package once on the ship. Also, another change they made is that you cannot get more than one drink at a time if you have the drink package. In the past, you would be able to get a second drink or bring a second drink if your partner had the drink package, but they don't allow that anymore. Too many people, I guess, giving drinks to someone that didn't have the drink package, so they stopped doing that. So you can get one drink at a time. Another change is you can no longer get double pours. So like a double shot of something in your drink, you can no longer get that with the drink package unless you pay for it. Number two change is MSC's specialty dining. Now, it used to be when you paid for specialty dining on the MSC ships, people were complaining that the menu was very limited with a lot of a la carte items, and that a lot of items that were on the menu, even though you had paid for specialty dining, you had to pay additional for it. And they were upset about that. So I guess that MSC listened to those passengers and have changed the specialty dining for the better. So now when you purchase specialty dining, you get a 3-course meal that you can choose, what you want for your entree, your main, and your dessert. And they also have different packages. You can purchase between 1 to 4 different dining experiences. And also, if you book these packages before you're on the cruise, say online beforehand, you'll get a 20% discount. So if you're going to purchase specialty dining through MSC, make sure and do it before you get on board to get that discount. Number 3 is new cruise fees scams. Now, this isn't too new because it's been happening and going around because it happened to me. These scams happen when you think you have called a cruise line and you haven't actually called the cruise line. So what happened with me is I Googled Royal Caribbean customer service, and it popped up a phone number saying Royal Caribbean customer service. Well, I called that number, and I was calling about an upgrade to upgrade our room from a window to a balcony. Well, when I got on the line, they asked me my name, and I gave it to them. And they looked up my account. They had all my information. They told me what ship I was sailing on, where I was sailing to, who all the passengers were. And then they said, you can't make any changes to your cruise until you pay your port fees and taxes. And I said, what? This cruise is already completely paid for. I don't owe anything. And while I was on the phone with them, I was pulling up my paperwork on my email to look, and it said I had paid port fees. It broke it all down. And I said, no, I have paid my port fees and taxes. And they kept insisting I give them a credit card number to take care of this. And I almost did it. So I can see how people could fall for this. I got really upset with them because I said, I've already paid a lot of money for this cruise, and I'm not paying, I don't remember the amount. It was a large amount they were wanting me to pay. So I just, hung up from them. I went to the website, Royal Caribbean's website, not the sponsored website, actual Royal Caribbean's website, and looked up their customer service number, which was a totally different phone number, and called them. When I called them, they said, you don't owe anything in fees at all. And I told them what happened, and they were aware of it. They said it's been going on. Um, so it really made me mad. I actually even, because when I first called in, they didn't answer the phone saying Royal Caribbean. They answered the phone saying cruise reservations. And it didn't even dawn on me then when I first called in, because I thought I was calling, and I thought, well, I got the reservation department. So I called back and they answered cruise reservations. And I said, what cruise line? I was calling Royal Caribbean the first time. I said, what cruise line? And the girl said, Carnival, kind of like a question mark. So this phone number was being used for all cruise ships for fraud. Now this has happened to many people. I saw this happening on Facebook sites for the different cruise lines. So make sure if you're calling the cruise line, go in to the website, make sure you're on the correct website. Make sure it says like royalcaribbean.com or lcl.com and not a sponsored one or somebody else in there. Make sure you have the right phone number. Don't give anybody your booking number or anything like that. The next one that's happening is very similar. Norwegian cruise line has phone call scam going on where people are calling Norwegian cruise line passengers. They know these passengers already have bookings. They've somehow gotten into the booking system. And they're calling people to tell them that they need to collect their additional fees that are due for either airline, if they booked airfare through Norwegian, or for port fees, port taxes, upgrades. They're telling them they have to pay this money. One guest I heard got scammed out of $20,000 this way. I don't know what in the heck. Maybe they tried to upgrade to a suite. I don't know what it was, but someone got scammed out of $20,000 because they were calling saying they were Norwegian Cruise Line. So if you get a phone call from any cruise line, I don't think they will normally ever call you. They would send out an email or something. If you get a phone call from any cruise line, don't give them your booking number. Don't give them your name. Don't give them your birth date. Give them no information. Find out their name, hang up, go look up that number through the website and call, and then see if they're really calling you or not. I don't think the cruise lines would ever call you. If you book through a travel agency, call your travel agent. They should be able to handle everything for you. But don't let these scammers get you. They're really out there in full force right now, targeting cruise passengers, and some passengers are paying them. I almost did. I actually had my credit card out, ready to do this, and then I was just like, wait a minute, this isn't right. Something told me this isn't right. I had the bill there that showed I paid these. So thank goodness I didn't do it. I probably would have got the money back from my credit card, but just be careful on that. Number 5 is new taxes for cruise travelers. Now, a new Mexico tax will be starting July of 2025. Now, it won't be so bad since the cruise ships negotiated with Mexico on this. They wanted to impose a $45 per person tax to be added for any passengers cruising to Mexico, but the cruise ships negotiated and got that down to $5 per passenger, saving $40 per passenger. So that was really good. That one takes effect on July 2025. So next month coming up soon, you'll have an extra $5. You won't even notice it because it will be included in the price of your cruise. So an extra $5 per person. The second cruise proposal, now Hawaii is proposing an additional new tax. That one is to take effect January 2026. Now what they're proposing is 11% of the cruiser's cabin price, and that's for the time spent in ports. Now, if this passes, it could cost hundreds of extra dollars per passengers. So the cruise ships are negotiating, and hopefully they can come to a compromise on this, where Hawaii is going to cost a lot more to travel there. So hopefully they can work something out on that. Number 6 is Royal Caribbean drops Labadee. Now, Labadee is one of Royal Caribbean's private islands off of Haiti, but due to safety concerns, they have pulled this stop completely from their itineraries, at least through summer or longer, depending on the safety in the area. They have changed all their itineraries, so make sure if you're sailing that way that you know Labadee has been canceled. They're probably notifying all their guests. Number 7 is the first adult-only sailing for Carnival. Now, Carnival has never done this in the past, and I don't know of any cruise line that has done this except for like Virgin Voyages or cruise lines that are adult-only cruises. But Carnival is going to have their first ever adult cruise in November. Now, this had been originally booked as a regular cruise, and passengers had booked it for a regular cruise. They were sent emails letting them know that this cruise was going to be turned into an adult-only cruise. So if they had children booked on that cruise, they had to cancel that cruise and rebook something else. I got an email about this cruise. I think it was sailing from Florida. I got an email. It is being stated as a casino cruise. So I think they're getting people on board. It's going to be all casino themed throughout the ship. They're wanting to make more money. You don't have to gamble to go on the cruise, but just be aware it's going to be casino themed, adult only cruise line sailing. When I got the email, it was to the Bahamas from Florida. I saw that it was really cheap. So I clicked on it to go look at it. By the time I had clicked on it, because other people had already gotten this same email, it said, sorry, the price you're looking for is gone. Here's the price, which was their regular higher prices. So if anybody got in on this when they first sent the email, it was really an inexpensive cruise. Now, of course, for me, it would cost a lot more money to fly to Florida from Oregon than it would to take the cruise. But you had to be really fast to get that if they sent you out that email. It sold out quickly. So if this is a hit, I can imagine Carnival will do this again and again. In fact, I just got an email from Carnival today talking about a bingo cruise that was sailing from 9 days, a 9-day cruise from Florida. I can't remember where it was going, and it was $500 a person for a 900-day cruise. It was a bingo cruise. I didn't really look into that because it wasn't really anything I'm interested in, but I did see that. You can check that out on Carnival's website. So if it is a hit, I'm sure that Carnival will do more and more. It must have already been a hit because it looks like they're already booking another one. They had 5 cruises, five cruises I got a email on today, starting at $500 for 9 days. They had a 9-day, like a 14-day, and this and that, adult only. Other cruise lines will probably jump on the bandwagon if this is a big hit for Carnival, so we'll just have to wait and see. So there you have it. There's some changes going on recently to some of in the cruise world. I want to thank you guys for stopping by today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. I want to thank you all for stopping by, and I hope to see you again real soon on my channel, The Golden Cruiser. Bye for now. Have a wonderful day.